Butch Patrick, who is best known for playing Eddie Munster on the Munsters. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michelle.
Now, you're pretty well known as a child star, but you've been very successful in Hollywood for a long time now. But you're actually back in Missouri for a project that you're working on. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, about a month ago, I was driving through Missouri on the way to St. Louis, and I noticed I went by my old childhood home, and it was like vacant. I couldn't believe it. And then I checked around. I found out it had been foreclosed upon. Called my sister. She says, well, you know, Grandma's house is haunted. Nobody probably wants to buy it. So I put on my thinking cap. I said, you know, we should buy this house and turning it into a haunted bed and breakfast. So that's what we're doing. We're running with that idea.
I love it. So in Macon, Missouri.
Macon, Missouri. I spent 1967 there with my grandma. Spent the whole 8th grade. My sister's seen the ghost. The people that live there have seen the ghost. And we just did a sweep with Paravision from St. Louis, and they found 13 entities and filmed 6 of them. So,
you love all things horror. I mean, you're here this weekend for Horror on the Boulevard,
yep.
But that's kind of your area, right?
Well, it is, and you know, last year I was here at the Boulevard Drive-in theater as well with Greaserama. It's a great property. I can't wait to get out there again. And they have movies all night, and they've got the rock bands going, and you know, and then Kim and Mark are here as well. So it'll be wonderful. It's
a huge screen. If you've never been to the Boulevard Drive-in, you need to go check it out. It's pretty amazing. So do people still recognize you as Eddie Munster?
Well, if I walk around with Herman Munster on my chest,
you do. That helps.
Occasionally it helps. Yeah, the short pants would really put it over the top.
That's awesome. Now, do you still keep in contact with any of the actors or actresses in the show?
Well, both Marilyns are still with us, and one lives in New York and one lives in Idaho. Pat Priest is probably the most famous one, and she's doing well, and we do see each other occasionally.
What's your funniest memory from the Munsters?
Driving around in the Munster coach when we were an unauthorized joyride out the front gate. Fred Gwynn Herman took it for a joyride, and we were gone for about half an hour down Hollywood Boulevard, and people were just freaking out. They had no idea what we were up to.
And you probably just had a perma-grin on your face.
And I was holding on for dear life in the back, and there was no seatbelts in that thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was certainly a fun ride, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So, you know, tell us about what it's like to go from a childhood star, and then you got out of acting, and then you came back. What brought you back?
Well, the show, basically, they're making a new Mockingbird Lane, which is a new Munsters remake, finally, a good one. And people approached me about coming out to the set. And I did Eddie and the Monsters in 1983, which was a rock band, and we did a video, Whatever Happened to Eddie, which kind of brought me back. And I just been on the perimeters, and if somebody offers me a script, I'll pursue it, but I don't go on auditions. So this is kind of working out really well. It's the 50th anniversary next year of the show, and everything's just come full circle.
Is it a good memory for you?
Well, very positive memories. Wonderful people. People always ask, what was it like to be on the show? It was pretty much just what you see is what you get. There were nice folks, a lot of fun, and a really loving atmosphere.
That's so good to hear.
It really was.
Well, let's tell folks where they can find you guys at this weekend.
Yes.
It's the Boulevard Drive-in.
Boulevard Drive-in.
So it's all weekend long. It's Horror on the Boulevard 2012, the second coming, October 12th and 13th. So go check it out. Gates open at 4 p.m. both days, $30 per car. Thanks so much for coming on the show, and best of luck to you with your haunted bread and breakfast.
That's right. You got it.
We appreciate it.